Well, there is Yelnur SUYUNBAY. Here is Michael Elias Hernandez, Lagos. Ravi Rai of Scotland is the third man in the ring.
Round one.
So we're underway then in this 60-kilogram lightweight contest between boxers of considerably contrasting statures. The towering figure wearing red is the Kazakh boxer Yelnur SUYUNBAY. His opponent wearing blue, trying to overcome that greater range that his opponent possesses, is Michael Hernandez. Michael Elias Hernandez Lagos, to give him his full moniker. Hernandez, 19 years of age, facing off against his 17-year-old opponent wearing red. SUYUNBAY comes in here as he scores with a beautiful reverse 1-2. The left jab most certainly got through, and one suspects that he's going to be the most prominent weapon in his repertoire in this contest. Switch hitter is the Kazakh national champion, putting his opponent on the end of straight punches there. Beautiful left jab. And it's almost landing from the other side of the boxing ring. There's a right cross, repeated success with that backhand, 3 times in quick succession, landed by SUYUNBAY. Left jab is a beautiful shot, and it causes Hernandez to adjust his head guard. And he really does have his work cut out for him here, the Nicaraguan boxer, because he's reaching on those punches, but he's fed another left hand once again. Terrific range being utilized expertly by SUYUNBAY, who is cutting off the ring, ensuring that there is no avenue of escape as he lands with a jarring left-right combination, followed up by a left hand and another one. Bad portion of the round for Hernandez. And SUYUNBAY looking to increase his dominance as he continues to pick off his man with the most basic combination in boxing. There's a beautiful counter right hand. Looking for the same shot once again was Hernandez. He couldn't repeat the same trick twice, but he's fed another snaking left jab, and once again piling up the points behind that. And there is clear stadium light between the two of them. Such is the length of the arms of the man in red. So less than 30 seconds to go in the opening round. Snaking right hand landed out of that orthodox stance by SUYUNBAY. And then a left jab once again. And this is proving to be a really difficult mission for the man in blue. Having that head guard disrupted repeatedly, being put on the end of straight punches that are landing from a proverbial country mile away. Terrific display in the first 3 minutes by the 17-year-old from Kazakhstan. That war cry, characteristic of the Kazakh boxers in this tournament. 10-8 for all 5 judges. Such was the margin of dominance in the opening round exerted by SUYUNBAY. Terrific punch picking. And remember, in AIBA-style boxing, where the 10-point must system is used, you don't have to put the man on the floor for it to be a 10-8 round. 10-9 is generally used if it's a close round, and remember, there can be no ties. 10-8 is used to denote a clear round. 10-7, total dominance. So this man in a 2-point hole for all 5 of the scoring judges. What tactics can his coaches give him to try and solve this puzzle, clad in red.
Round 2.
Into the second round then, and sprinting out to occupy the space of center ring is Yelnur SUYUNBAY. The 17-year-old comes in here with back-to-back national youth titles under his belt. And of course, if you come away with national titles in Kazakhstan, well, that's a nation that is steeped in AIBA and Olympic-style boxing. And remember, at 17 years of age, he's got 2 years of youth eligibility left. He's a boxer between 17 and 19, so he could continue to rack up youth titles as he continues to just poke out that long left hand, using it as though it's a broom handle, keeping his man on the end of it, then pings him with a right cross behind the lead left. And this becoming an increasingly difficult mission for Hernandez, who deserves immense credit for trying to remain competitive. He landed one notable right cross in the opening round, but other than that, well, I don't think it's too far wide of the mark to say that SUYUNBAY hasn't taken a shot, because he's keeping, look at the gap between the two of them. And Hernandez simply cannot close it. There's the right hand that he used to good effect in the opening round, scoring once again, but then the regular service of the trip hammer left hand resumes, being served up by SUYUNBAY. Nudging shot landed on the inside by the Nicaraguan boxer in blue. He's trying to bob and weave in front of his man now. And it must be really disconcerting for Hernandez, because he must feel that he's out of range here. He's certainly out of range with his own shots. And look at that, the head swiveled by a terrific reverse 1-2. Right hand, then left hook crashing around the corner. And Hernandez's problems mounting by the second, because he simply cannot get to grips with this towering figure of a 60-kilogram lightweight who dropped down with a left hook to the body, arcing right hand over the top. Exchange of shots there. More right hand success for Hernandez, but his success sporadic in comparison to the sustained quality and successful punch picking being produced by SUYUNBAY. Brings down a hard 1-2. Now that shot was low, my goodness. But then right hands coming down on a steep angle, and that's a cracking right cross. Trying to buy some time on the ropes is Hernandez, but he was certainly shaken up by that solid right hand. And then a jolting left jab pushes him back over the top strand once again. He's trying to bob and weave, but I feel he may well have been shaken up by that right cross, and his legs may well not be beneath him. So trying to play possum in the corner, but I think if he were to try to use his legs and get away from these punches, he may well be tottering around the boxing ring, so he's got no choice but to hold his ground, and he's being fed plenty of consistent punches. A brilliant round of boxing once again, where if anything, as we hear the war cry from the Kazakh boxer in the red corner, well, I was going to suggest that SUYUNBAY may have increased his dominance, but it's a 10-8 unanimous verdict for the second successive round. Sensational display from SUYUNBAY. And Hernandez, well, he's seemingly devoid of answers to the questions that are being posed.
Second out, please. Round 3.
Well, it's a rather forlorn look, perhaps, on the face of Michael Hernandez. He comes out and lands a good right cross. That's been his best punch of the entire contest. But look at the contrast when SUYUNBAY lands his punches, just how big the space is between the two boxers. And that, in essence, is what Hernandez has been trying to overcome all contest long. It's all very well, say, you go to the long, lean torso of a towering boxer such as SUYUNBAY, but as you can see there, he's simply having difficulty getting into his own punching range. Not able to double up the attack or even come in waves, because the gap is simply too big for him to overcome. What a learning experience this is proving to be for Michael Hernandez. Trying to bob and weave his way inside, but he simply cannot get out of the way of the straight punches being flashed out. Of course, we know what he should be doing. I'm sure he knows it as well, but the punches are landing from such a long way away, practically from the opposite corner post, as another right hand swivels the head of Hernandez. Repeated right hand success for SUYUNBAY, and then a reverse 1-2, the left-right combination. Punches being pinged out on a consistent basis. SUYUNBAY oozing confidence up there in the boxing ring. And Hernandez, well, chasing his man around the ring, but not able to close the gap with any sustained success or regularity. It's been a very difficult mission for him indeed, but credit to him, he has stuck to it, he's not turned it in. But again, surprised that a standing count perhaps hasn't been issued in the course of this contest so far, because Hernandez has been hit cleanly on a repeated basis. Such has been the accuracy of SUYUNBAY. Oh, changing the angle, turning it into left hooks. And again, the right hand jolts the head back of Hernandez. And finally, a standing count issued. And ironically, it came just after Hernandez landed a shot of his own during that coming together. Wasn't really an exchange, because it was one-way traffic from the fists of the boxer in red. Closing seconds, and one wonders whether he's looking to turn the crank even further in a bid to get the stoppage here. SUYUNBAY, he's in complete control, turning southpaw now, really enjoying himself up there in the boxing ring. This, the opening day of 60-kilogram lightweight competition, and what a message this man is sending to the rest of his rivals on the global stage. My goodness, that's a solid 1-2, snaked out by SUYUNBAY. And I half think Hernandez had turned his head to look and try and heed the instruction of the referee. Terrific display by Yelnur SUYUNBAY. A real statement of intent to open his campaign here in the 60-kilogram lightweight tournament. A sensational performance filled with movement and accurate punch-picking of the long-range variety. And Michael Hernandez from Nicaragua simply could not get to grips with it. Well, we're awaiting the formality of the announcement, but Nicaragua's two-man team looks as though it's going to be, well, both men are going to be out of the competition, because Nelson Guerrero Cuadra was eliminated in the opening bout of the day here. And I think that is the fate that is awaiting Michael Hernandez of Nicaragua. Let's get confirmation of the verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the red corner, SUYUNBAY Yelnur, Kazakhstan.
Well, at just 17 years of age and in possession of such a towering frame, one can only speculate and ponder what weight class this man is going to end up at. But here in Kielce 2021, he's a 60-kilogram lightweight, and he will prove to be a problem for the entire weight bracket in this weight division, contested by 32 boxers. 10-8 in all 3 rounds. A superb display by Yelnur SUYUNBAY. Michael Hernandez eliminated the man from Nicaragua.